You know, every single trader has this fear lurking in the back of their mind. That one really bad day where a small, manageable loss just completely spirals out of control into a catastrophe. Today, we're going to dissect the anatomy of a blown account. And look, the point isn't to scare you, it's to arm you. Because once you understand the pattern, that's the first real step to breaking it for good. So let's dive in.
It always starts with a thought, right? A feeling, like a punch to the gut. It's this exact voice, right here, screaming in your head. And it's not logical, not at all. It's that raw, primal feeling of being wronged, of being cheated. At this point, it's not about your trading plan anymore. No, now it's personal. And that is the exact moment the trap is set.
So how does it all begin? Well, it all starts with the trigger. It's just one single moment that can ignite this absolute emotional firestorm. We're going to walk through the anatomy of this anger, step by step, because it's not just some random feeling. It's the very first domino that's about to fall.
And there it is. The screen flashes red. Your stop loss gets hit. Maybe it was a small loss, maybe even a loss you had planned for in your strategy, but in that split second, something inside just snaps. You feel this sudden, hot rush of anger, and this complete refusal to accept what just happened on the screen.
But let's be clear, this is way more than just being upset. In the world of high-stakes performance, whether it's poker or trading, this state has a name. It's called tilt. And it's a very specific psychological condition where feelings of injustice, this idea that the market owes you something, completely take over your logical mind. You feel entitled to that win, and the loss feels like a direct personal attack.
And here's the part you really need to get. This isn't a character flaw. It doesn't mean you're undisciplined. What's happening is a biological process. Your brain is, for all intents and purposes, under attack from itself. Let's get into the science of it.
The concept is called emotional hijacking. You see, when your emotions get too intense, they literally shut down the part of your brain that's responsible for controlling them. Your prefrontal cortex, the part that handles all your rational decision-making, it just goes offline. It's a pure fight or flight response, and get this, your IQ can actually temporarily drop. You become completely blind to risk, to market structure, to your own plan.
So what this means is you actually become two different traders. Your rational brain, you know, the one that made the plan, that sees the market clearly, the one that manages risk, is just gone. And in its place, you've got the reptilian brain. It is impulsive, it's reckless, and it is not trading. It is seeking revenge, and it wants it right now.
And once that reptilian brain is in the driver's seat, the death spiral begins. This is the predictable, almost inevitable, catastrophic chain of events that turns that one single manageable loss into an account-threatening disaster.
So what's the first move? Well, you take your risk management plan and you throw it right out the window. You double down. Maybe you even triple down. You're not trading your system anymore. You're just gambling. You're desperately trying to win back that first loss in one single, heroic, and completely reckless trade. Of course, the market doesn't care one bit about your feelings. It moves against you again. And now that small loss has more than tripled. The panic starts to set in. The anger is boiling over. The hole you're digging just got a whole lot deeper, and that need to fix it becomes totally overwhelming.
And this is the point where the trader truly loses all control. There is no more analysis. There are no setups. It's just clicking. You're jumping in, jumping out, maybe reversing your position on a total whim. These aren't trades anymore. They are pure, unadulterated, panicked reactions.
And there it is, the result. In a matter of minutes, maybe an hour at most, a single $450 loss has spiraled into over $5,000. The damage is done, the account is crippled, maybe even completely blown. And it all started with one single, unchecked emotional reaction. Okay, let's just take a breath. I know that was intense, but seeing the spiral clearly is exactly how we learn to stop it. So now let's get to the most important part of this whole thing, the escape plan. This is how you reclaim control and make damn sure that death spiral never happens to you again.
First things first, you need a hard, non-negotiable rule. Think of it as a circuit breaker. Here it is. If you take just one trade that breaks your own rules, or if you take 2 consecutive losses that weren't part of your plan, your trading day is over. Done. I don't care what the market is doing. Your only action is to close the platform. This is your emergency brake, and it is absolutely not optional.
The second you feel that anger rising, you have to interrupt the pattern. These tactics are simple, but they are so powerful. They create a vital gap between that emotional trigger and your reaction.
Get up from the desk. Seriously, just stand up. Take some deep, slow breaths. Grab a notebook and write down exactly what you're thinking and feeling. By doing this, you're forcing your rational brain to re-engage, and you can break the emotional hijack before it ever takes hold.
Now here's the mental shift that really changes the game. Your anger, your frustration, they are not your enemies. They are signals. They're trying to tell you something really important. That anger is pointing directly to a deeper flaw in your mental game. Maybe it's an unrealistic expectation you have, a hidden bias, or just a gap in your knowledge. The goal isn't to crush the emotion. It's to listen to it and understand its message.
So the final step isn't just about managing tilt in the moment, it's about resolving it for good. And here's the system. First, you map your pattern, like you're a detective on a case. What specifically triggers you? What thoughts immediately follow? Second, you dig for the root cause. Why does this trigger even exist? Is it FOMO? A sense of entitlement? And finally, you create a specific, logical correction for that flaw. See, by fixing the root cause, you eliminate the trigger, and the emotion just stops firing in the first place.
Let's end on this thought right here. Revenge trading is all about ego. It's about needing to be right now. But professional trading, it has nothing to do with being right on any single trade. It's about survival. It's about making sure you have the capital and the mental clarity to show up and execute your plan tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. So, the question I want to leave you with is this. Are you trading to win today, or are you trading to win for the next 10 years?